This video is powered by the pros at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Arkansas owned.
Well, we're here this
Arkansas
morning
operated.
on a Thursday, getting ready for this
GoPascal.com.
Arkansas and UConn game later on tonight at the Golden Circle Sportsbook and Bar in Treasure Island. And this trip, this weekend, really, would not be the same without our friend Tony Nevill as he joins us now. Now, Tony, you are the director of the Sportsbook and Racing, correct? I want to make sure I got your title right.
That's 100% correct.
Okay.
Director of Racing Sports Activity here at the Treasure Island.
But here's the most important thing. You are a Razorback alum. And I think every one of our listeners was excited to hear when anytime there's an Arkansas fan or Arkansas person here. So we all appreciate, not just here at the company, but our listeners, you hosting us this weekend.
You know, I couldn't be more happy to have you all as our guest. We're looking forward to having your listeners here in the future coming out here from Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas. You know, it's a great place that we have here. Our owner is originally from Wichita, Kansas. And, you know, it's just, you know, as they say in Arkansas, strangers treated the same as home folk.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming and providing your radio station to the Treasure Island. And I hope that when any of your folks want to come out here to see me, that they'll give me a call.
Oh, there absolutely will. And you can do that at treasureisland.com and give them a call at 702-894-7111. And, I mean, you've got over 90,000 square footage of table games. You've got and slots. You've got this incredible sports book where you've got us stationed right now. I walked in, I was blown away. You've got the little TVs, the big TVs. It is spectacular. Then you've got stuff for, I mean, anyone. You've got bars. You've got that Marvel's Avengers station. You've got so many restaurant, breakfast, lunch, late night dinner. I mean, it's CVS here. It's the full stop shop. You could come to Vegas, stay in Treasure Island, and not go anywhere else and have a great weekend.
Absolutely. And don't forget, we have Gillies. Now, Gillies is a country western saloon that we have on property, too. So if you like to do some boot scooting, come on down. Very, very, very popular when we do the National Finals Rodeo here in December. So when you come to Vegas, it doesn't have to be just for March Madness. It can come get some sun if you're tired of looking at those gray overcast skies, but there is everything you want to do right here at Treasure Island.
So, Tony, how are we feeling about this game tonight? Arkansas, UConn, 4:15 Vegas time, 6:15 Central. You got a good feeling about tonight?
I think this is going to be a war. I think every team that's in the Sweet 16, any team is capable of beating another. Now that we have the transfer portal available, a lot of teams pick up players from smaller universities, and it's making all of them competitive. This is the most competitive year over the last 30 years that I can remember, where each team on any given night can win. And I feel happy that we're represented in the Southeast Conference by the number of teams that we have here going into the Sweet 16. I run power rankings all year long. As you can see on my sheet here.
Man, you got it detailed.
This is one of 4 sheets. So this started back in November, and, of course, we adjust the power rankings depending on where people land in and out of the point spread. So if they're more than a 7-point winner or loser beyond what the point spread actually is, we make a power ranking adjustment. According to my power rankings going into this game, UConn should be about a 7-point favorite. Currently, you can get UConn -4 or -4.5. We're using UConn -4.5 here at the Treasure Island. For all the Razorback fans that may be listening online or across the radio, this is the place to come if you want to bet the Hogs today. That's the Treasure Island here in Las Vegas.
Hammer the Hogs if you think they're going to win later on tonight, which I think they're going to. This is a good record for you. Muss is 30-4. Tony, when given 4 more days to game plan. And you think about the time, this was the big thing leading up to Gonzaga last year. I just felt that with all that time, as good as Gonzaga and Drew Timme and all those guys were, Nimhard, I just felt that with all the given time that Muss would have a good game plan. I think Arkansas fans are hoping that same thing happens tonight against a very talented Husky team.
Yeah, tonight we're really going to have to, or this afternoon. It's afternoon here in Las Vegas. It'll be evening time back in Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Missouri. But we're going to have to really rebound. I mean, the Connecticut players play street ball. We play street ball. We're up and down the court. If we can do the rebounding and if we can get some quality shots off, that's going to be the key. I know that Arkansas is going to play the defense, the in-your-face defense, but we have to get guys open, and they have to hit the shot, whether it's inside the arc or outside the arc.
Yeah, and we're talking with Tony Nevill, who heads up the sports and racing here at Treasure Island. We are live at the Golden Circle Sportsbook and Bar. It's a great place. So for those that are in Vegas right now, after the Arkansas game at T-Mobile Arena, if you want a great place to watch the game, you can do so right here in Treasure Island. And I know that NCAA tournament-wise, you were telling me how busy it was last week. With everything going on this weekend, you got Taylor Swift in town, you've got the T-Mobile Arena and everything that's going on there. It is going to be a packed house the next couple days here at Treasure Island.
Yes, it is. We're all sold out for the weekend. Don't forget, we're broadcasting Oaklawn Park here, as well as all the other thoroughbred racetracks across the United States as we get ready not only for the Arkansas Derby, but the Santa Anita Derby and the Kentucky Derby. So it's exciting times to be here in Las Vegas. And that's the one thing. Now that we have the acceptance of sports wagering pretty much about halfway across the United States, all those doom and gloom thoughts about backdoor bookmaking and all that's faded away. So we're so happy to be hosting tonight the first time Razorbacks here in a tournament game in Las Vegas. It's a new precedent. And then, of course, next week we'll have the NIT finals here in Las Vegas, too. So the menu's always full, whether you're looking for music or sports or just good times 24 hours a day here in Las Vegas.
Tell me about your rugby days a little bit. You brought that up with me a day or so ago. Played rugby at Arkansas. You seem to have quite an experience while in Fayetteville doing something I know not necessarily our audience is accustomed with.
Well, it was back in the 70s. Played with guys like Dale Dewar, Delmer Dewar, Ed LeClaire. First-generation rugby. Rugby has really come along in the last 40 years. Great program up in Fayetteville. Great program up at Arkansas State University up in Jonesboro. Those young lads are very competitive, too. But it was a club side. A lot of times we'd have some of the folks that were in law school playing with us, as well as people in different colleges. But it was a good time for people to learn those kind of skills where you work together with others. Mm-hmm. We had some tough matches. I mean, I know one time we played a team called Dead Goat Rugby Club, and they had several Tongans on there, Samoans, and we were down about 50-0 before we knew what had hit us. And it's just one of those learning experiences outside the curriculum up there in Fayetteville where players can have a good time in a club type of what do you call that? Just club. It's
setting.
Right, a club setting. And we'd have to go out and get sponsors. I know Boris Malchowski was in charge of the Pabst Brewing distributorship back in that day.
Okay.
And we had several of the players that worked in the warehouse, so we were able to get some discounts on beer for those folks that were 21 and older. But it was just a good social environment. And Dixon Street was a great time, too.
Just 21 and older, though,
That's right, yeah. Well, we had Whitewater Tavern. We had the Deluxe Cafe down there. But it's a good time playing rugby in Arkansas.
Okay. It was funny when I initially got here, and again, we're talking with Tony Nevill, who heads up the sports and racing here at Treasure Island. So one of your coworkers and one of your friends, Bob, immediately, so I walk in to meet you guys, and the first thing he says, he goes, "You're not as diehard about the Razorbacks in Arkansas as this guy is," and he points at you. I got my Arkansas shirt on. I was like, we bleed red, man. So obviously you built a reputation here in Vegas as the Arkansas guy, which instantaneously I thought was pretty cool.
I know with some of my associate bookmakers, they call me Tony Arkansas.
Tony Arkansas.
But it's
Tony Arkansas.
Woo Pig Suey, 365 days a year. And we love it. Not only, we talk about basketball, we talk about football. Let's talk about the indoor track team that's been going on for 20 or 30 years right there at the very top. How about our baseball program at the University of Arkansas? The women's teams. Sports has advanced way beyond dreams from the late 70s. I mean, the program, the different locations on campus that are now available, not only for the scholarship players. But how about the intramurals? Oh, we won when we were playing at the University of Arkansas. We won the football championship.
Did y'all really?
Yes,
Okay.
we were.
That's awesome.
Yeah, our team was Sponge. We beat the fraternity young men. But, I mean, it's progressed so much. And I'm so proud to be an Arkansas Razorback and alumni of that school. And you can't say enough about how much the state of Arkansas and all the folks that have graduated, no matter where they've migrated to, whether it's California, New York, Florida, Michigan, everybody still bleeds Woo Pig Sooie.
It's that pride, man. Well, Tony, we really appreciate it. Before we let you go, again, treasureisland.com. As our listeners are hearing this and maybe not coming up this weekend, but they have future plans to come to Vegas, is there anything else they need to know before booking their trip or planning a destination here to Treasure Island?
Well, the one thing I would suggest is prior to your arrival, tell them that you do want one of our gaming cards. Also, hook up with a nice guy like Bob Madrigal. Get yourself a casino host so that we can take care of you, to show you around, give you the advice, and get you to your different destinations. You know, people come to Las Vegas, they stay at their hotel, but there's a lot of sightseeing to be had here, a number of music venues, athletic venues, and we're all here to help you have the very best time you can, because most folks are coming for 72 hours. We want you here to hit the ground, play like crazy, and have as much fun. And thanks a whole lot, Ty. It's been a real pleasure, and thank you for coming and being our guest here at Treasure Island.
You got it, man. That is Tony Arkansas here with us on the Morning Rush. Again, they have been very gracious to us at Treasure Island, and we are at the Golden Circle Sportsbook and Bar this morning. BetOnline remains your number one source for all your college basketball betting this season. Get analysis of every play, prop, and point at BetOnline. You'll find the latest odds, bracket contests, team matchups, and game trends at BetOnline. Updated odds for everything from live games right through the Final Four and the championship game. BetOnline is where your college basketball headquarters are this season. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to sign up and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Be sure to use our promo code BELIEVE to receive your bonus. That's BLEAV. BetOnline.ag, where the game starts.